Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia Grace. Today I'd like to show you grouping and using multiple sheets in Excel. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start here with this schedule, the group exercise schedule for Five Rivers Fitness. And the first tab here is the daily schedule for this week. And then the second tab is the list of instructors for each class that is offered at Five Rivers Fitness. Now, Anthony and Yoseli teach the yoga classes, and so then I would tab over here, and then I would, enter in the name of the teacher that is teaching each class for the weekly schedule. Now, that requires me to tab back and forth to see who teaches what. And an easier way to maybe is to have the list of instructors just off to the side over here. The only problem with that being when it's time for me to print the schedule, I don't want this to be a part of the print job. So what I can do is I can create a group, and with the group I can easily expand or contract this list. So I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to copy this, Command C, make my way back to the daily schedule. Off here to the side on columns K and L, I'm going to go ahead and paste in the list of instructors. Okay, so now it's a lot easier for me to just add in the names of the instructors who are teaching the classes for this week, and I don't have to tab back and forth. Now, the only problem would be I don't want this to end up in the print job, so I can hide it. And the way that I can hide it is by grouping. So I can highlight this, and if I go to my data tab, I have group. And if I click on group, then these are columns that I'd like to hide. So I'm going to click on columns, and then I'll say OK. And now I get this little minus sign up at the top. So I'm just going to click the minus, and that takes away the list of instructors. Now when I need them back, I can press the plus sign and my list of instructors reappear. Okay, another thing that I'd like to do is add another sheet down here at the bottom. I'd like to be able to see my calendar without having to go to my calendar workbook. So I have this calendar workbook, and it's got all of the months of the year in separate tabs at the bottom. And I'm going to make my way over to April. Now the problem with using two different workbooks is that I'll be here in my group exercise schedule for this week, but then I have to go all the way back to my calendar workbook to take a look at the following week or this week of April. So what I could do is I could just highlight all of this, and I could copy this, Command C, make my way back over to my group exercise schedule workbook. I hit this little plus sign down at the bottom to insert a sheet, and then I can say Command V, and I can add in the calendar for the month of April. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. And now I've got the month of April inside the same workbook as my daily and weekly schedule with my list of instructors. And I'm just going to rename this. So if I right click, I can click on rename, and then I can rename this to April 2019. Now it'll be really easy for me to just tab back and forth between the daily weekly schedule and the month of April as I put the schedule together for each week. Okay, so that was grouping and using multiple sheets in Excel. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped.